Testing. Oh my word. A minute and so many seconds of dead air because I was talking into the wrong microphone. I apologize. Anyway, it's just out of Ukraine in Kryvyi Rih. 3 killed, 38 injured in Russian attack on Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih. 10 children are among those injured in a missile attack on apartment buildings as rescue teams search for survivors. A little because I read on Telegram that the search and rescue operations are complete now. Let's continue. Police officers stand in front of an apartment building damaged by a Russian missile strike in Kryvyi Rih. A Russian missile has hit 2 apartment buildings in the central Ukrainian city of Kryvyi Rih, killing 3 people and injuring at least 38, with rescue teams sifting through rubble in a nighttime search for survivors. Serhiy Lysak, governor of the Dnipropetrovsk region, put the provisional injury toll from the attack on Tuesday at 28 adults and 10 children. 2 buildings were hit, one 5 stories, one 9 stories. Lysak wrote on Telegram. The number of injured is constantly rising, as is the number of children injured. Video of the scene showed a blaze that erupted at the top of one apartment block and rescue teams carrying the injured out of shattered building entrances. Now, for that 5-story building that was hit, there were no casualties reported on that one. What we're focusing on here is the 9-story building that was hit. The 5-story building was hit a lot lower, and we'll get into it. Video of the scene showed a blaze that erupted at the top of one apartment block and rescue teams carrying the injured out of the shattered building entrances. The emergency services and residents who care are rescuing residents blocked in their apartments and are continuing to search for anyone who might be under the rubble. 4 people have already been rescued. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who was born and raised in Kryvyi Rih, said on Telegraph that search operations will continue as long as they are needed. In his evening address, he said, "We will inflict losses on the Russian state in response, quite rightly. They in the Kremlin must learn that terror does not go unpunished for them. The city of Kryvyi Rih has been frequently targeted by Russian forces throughout the conflict." Let's see. Looking on Telegram, I want to say this first. 422,310 dead Russian soldiers, 6,706 destroyed tanks, 12,798 armored carriers, 10,375 artillery systems, 1,011 rocket systems, 704 air defense systems, 347 planes, 325 helicopters downed, 7,998 unmanned aircraft drones, 1,919 cruise missiles, 26 warships/boats, and 1 submarine. Not bad for not having a navy. 13,598 automotive technology, 1,656 special equipment. Those last 2 could mean a great deal of things vaguely. But as we're looking here, numbers seem to be escalating at a great deal. Either that or the numbers are being February 17th, they hit 400,000. February 17th is now March 12th, and it's 422,000. Is 22,000 or so in a few short weeks. These numbers definitely seem to be growing, escalating. These are the losses of the Russian occupiers in Ukraine. The invasion, the invaders, their losses. Now we are this is the 9-story apartment building. You can see where the missile struck on the top of this 9-story building. Actually hit the side, either hit the side or this caused collapse to happen as the floor, ceiling, is the structural integrity of these apartment building structure is blown out. As you imagine, as hit here where you see all the fire, but this goes deeper than just the exterior of the building that we see here. There's been collapses, rubble, so there's definitely floors that collapsed onto each other within the building itself. I haven't been able to find any video or photos of inside the building. Kind of show, like, get an idea. We'll get there. Close that out. I'm sorry, I really wish I would have wrote down the sources on Telegram, United 24 Media, Live Ukraine, and the search and rescue operations concluded about an hour ago, I believe. Zelensky's official Telegram account said over 2 hours ago that was still underway. But Live Ukraine said about an hour ago, search and rescue operations are completed in Kryvyi Rih. 3 people were killed. The number of injured is still being determined. We have a good idea of the amount of injured here. Now the blast, look at that. See how it's just not just one level, not one apartment building, but several. The top 3. Very you get an idea of the sense of collapse. You see how much damage there is to the exterior of the building. I mean, the whole building's just ruined. It's not just that people have died, it's a lot of people that also are rendered homeless in a time of war in their own country that's being invaded by Russian forces. Ukraine did not provoke this war. They did not ask for this war. that Russia is still in Ukraine. They want a ceasefire to happen, but Ukraine would have to give up territory for that to happen. Like in 2014, it's unimaginable. And the front line is the entire west coast of California. The size of it boggles the mind at how much air defense they actually do require. Let's see, next one. You get a better idea here. Let's see. You see the destruction of this building is great. Caused all these floors to collapse. See a fire. It's burning great. Not great. Another word for it. Ferocious. This is why Ukraine needs all the support it can get. This is why the United States needs to do everything that it can to support Ukraine during this invasion, this Russian invasion on their own territory. They did not provoke this war. Got a couple more to go. There's the fire. See how just the explosion will terrifying blaze. One more. This is from United 24, as it says up there. 9-story building has been destroyed. Several floors collapsed. This Russian terror must end, and Ukraine must be supported. Alright, I think that's all the news that I have on these two residential apartment buildings that were struck by Russian missiles. I don't know if it was a direct hit or if it was debris that fell into the buildings from air defense. Either way, it's Russian terror. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking the stream, subscribing to the channel. It meant immensely. Take care.